All right, if you're a founder, an inventor, or anyone building something new, listen up. We're about to walk through a playbook that can literally save your startup thousands of dollars. Money you can pour right back into your product instead of just paying fees. Let's get right into it.
You know this feeling, right? The burn rate, the runway, that constant pressure to make every single dollar stretch as far as it can go. It's just the reality of building a company. And believe it or not, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, the USPTO, they actually kind of get it.
I mean, it sounds like a crazy question, but honestly, so many startups are doing exactly that. They're paying full price on patent fees because they have no idea there's a system built specifically to help them. They're leaving a ton of money on the table just because they don't know the rules of the game.
Okay, check this out. This chart basically reveals the secret weapon the USPTO gives to smaller innovators. Just look at the difference between those three bars: large, small, and micro entity. These aren't just little tweaks. We're talking massive, game-changing discounts designed to level the playing field for folks like you, the ones actually building the future.
So let's kick things off with the first and most common discount level. It's called small entity status. This is the USPTO's way of saying, hey, a brand new company or a solo inventor shouldn't be paying the same fees as some giant corporation. And the best part? Most startups qualify for this. Easy.
And you're going to love how simple the rules are. First question, does your company have fewer than 500 employees? For pretty much any startup, that's a big yes. Second question, have you signed away your patent rights to a big company? Probably not. If you meet those two conditions, boom, you're in.
Okay, now this is a big one. This trips up so many founders. They get that first check from a VC and think, well, I guess we're not small anymore. That's just not true. Let me be super clear. Taking money from VCs, angels, or accelerators almost never disqualifies you. What really matters is who owns the patent rights. As long as you haven't assigned them to a corporate giant, you should still qualify.
So what's the big reward for this? How about 50% off? Qualifying as a small entity literally cuts most of the big patent fees in half. We're talking about the fees for filing, for the search, for the examination. That is real cash that goes right back into your runway.
All right, so 50% is great, but what if we could do even better? For those of you who are super early, maybe you're pre-seed, still building out the prototype in your garage, there's an even deeper discount. It's called micro-entity status. And this, my friends, is the real sweet spot.
So how do you get this incredible discount? It's just a simple two-step check. First, your gross income from last year has to be under a certain limit, which the USPTO updates. For a lot of new founders, that's an easy box to check. Second, you and your company can't have filed more than 4 patent applications before. It's really designed for people who are just starting their patent journey.
Now here's the one really important catch. This is a subcategory. You can't just be a micro-entity on its own. You have to meet all the requirements for being a small entity first. Think of it like a bonus level you get to unlock once you've already qualified for the first discount.
And wow, is it worth it? We are talking about a 75% reduction on those key fees. That's not a typo. So, a fee that costs a huge company $2,000, it would only cost you $500. This can completely change your entire IP strategy, letting you protect your tech right now instead of waiting.
So we know what these different statuses are, but the real strategic genius comes from understanding when to use them. Because with patents, timing isn't just a nice to have, it is absolutely everything.
Listen closely, because this one sentence is the key to this whole playbook. Your company isn't locked into one status for its entire life. Your eligibility is checked every single time you pay a fee. So you could be a microentity today, pay those super low fees, and then next year, if your company grows, you just update your status to small entity for the next bill. It's that flexible.
Let's just walk through how this plays out in the real world. You start out, maybe just you and a co-founder, and you qualify as a microentity. You lock in that amazing 75% discount on the critical initial filing fees. Then, you raise a seed round, hire a few people, and you grow into a small entity. Guess what? You still get a 50% discount on the next fees. It's a natural evolution, and the key is filing as early as possible to grab those maximum savings when you need them most.
Honestly, waiting is the most expensive mistake you can make here. If you wait, your income could go up, and poof, there goes your microentity status. Or a competitor could file a similar idea and beat you to the patent office. You could even accidentally talk about your idea at a conference and lose your right to file altogether. The message could not be clearer. File early.
And look, the money you save on that very first filing fee is great, but that's really just the tip of the iceberg. The true power of these discounts, that unfolds over the entire life of your patent, and most founders totally underestimate this.
Okay, let's just look at the raw numbers, because this is where it gets really exciting. Look at that bottom line. As a micro-entity, you can save over $13,000 on a single patent. The savings keep coming, not just at the start, but with these big maintenance fees down the road. I mean, what could your startup do with an extra 13 grand?
And this is about so much more than just saving cash. This is about building a stronger company, period. When you walk into an investor pitch and you can say your core technology is protected, that screams confidence and maturity. You can actually boost your valuation. And with lower fees, you might be able to afford filing for 2 patents instead of 1, creating a much stronger defense around your tech.
Okay, you get it. You see the potential here. So let's wrap this all up with a really simple, concrete action plan so you can choose the right status and steer clear of those common mistakes.
Here's the framework. It's like a waterfall. Step 1, always start by checking if you qualify for micro-entity. Can you check those boxes on income and filing history? If the answer is no, no big deal. You just move to step 2, check for small entity status. And finally, step 3, and this is the habit you have to build, reconfirm your status every single time you are about to pay a new fee.
So let's put it all together. This is the Smart Founders Playbook. On the left, you see the mistakes to avoid. Don't just assume you don't qualify. Don't forget to update your status. And please, do not wait until you're funded to file. On the right are the smart moves. File as early as you possibly can. Keep your ownership records squeaky clean. And use the money you save to protect even more of your technology. Look, if there is only one thing that you remember from all of this, let it be this. In the world of intellectual property, your filing date is your most powerful asset. It's your line in the sand. It's your shield. So the best decision is always the one that lets you secure that date now, not later.
So there you have it. You've got the playbook now. You know how to save thousands of dollars and build a massive strategic advantage for your company. The only question left is, what action are you going to take today to protect that brilliant thing you're building?